Hello, hello. This is just testing my microphone here. Can you hear me through the microphone? Okay, I am going to get started. I'm under the assumption that people can hear me. I see my mic audio is moving around. Perfect. Thank you. Okay, so this won't be too long, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the first thing in the chat of the link. Okay, so this is the software that I'm using, which is totally free and super cool to me. It is it's very powerful. And it's still in the works, so there is some, what can I say, there's ability for the program to grow for sure. It's not flawless, but in terms of like a really unique way to have virtual meetings, whether it's with kids, with staff, even like I could picture myself doing parent-teacher interviews with this. So the software looks like this, if I did it correctly. Nope, I didn't. Let me add a new source here. So it looks like mine isn't working, but we can make it work. Well, of course it's not, because that's just how this stuff seems to work for me. Just troubleshoot this. That's sad. For some reason my screen won't share, which of course is the entire purpose of this. Oh boy. Sorry people, give me 1 second. In the meantime, in the chat, if you're late, I'll put it again. Download the software from that website. It's pronounced Teooh. Go ahead and give that a download. That is quite disappointing. Aha, here we go. There we go. Okay, so I have got that under control now, which is good. So that should work. So the link is I'm putting it in the chat here. I'm hoping you can see it. It's teooh.com. So you got to go there. And when you're at that website, right in the middle when you load it up, it's going to say download for free. and I would like you to do that. Out of curiosity, am I showing up in the chat there? The delay between stream and this is wacky. Okay, so it's anything that can go wrong is going to go wrong today, that is for sure. So it is like I'm on a live stream and I have to do this. This is hilarious. This is supposed to be a nice, quick, smooth tutorial. That is what you want to go to. So bizarre. I'll just hold it here for a second. Teooh. So you want to go there and you will be downloading that software. Just holding it up there. So ridiculous. Switch accounts. See if this makes any difference. It's been one of those days. Am I popping up in the chat now? If I am, that is the website. I'm hoping I'm popping up. I think I am. Okay, good. Okay, I figured out that problem. Okay, so once you do that, you're going to download. Now, if you're on your computer that has a Mac version, it has a PC version, and it also has mobile versions. Now, I'm not an Android user, but I think that it might work with Chromebooks via the App Store there or the Google Play Store, but I can't say for certain. Okay, so see what happens there, I guess. See if it works. But you can try it out. So I need you to download, then you have to actually build. Now I was going to walk you through this process, but I can't really share my screen, so I'm going to go like this. And I'm going to share this instead. And you're going to see here under the profile, you're actually going to have the ability to build yourself. And you get to actually dress your character, which is really, really neat. You can pick, and again, this is a relatively new program, as far as I know, within the last year. So there are still a lot of features and changes that are going to come. So once that is all good and built, then yeah. So mobile, apparently there is mobile versions from Apple and Android. They said that they do have an app for the app stores, the respective app stores. So can you guys let me know? Okay, perfect. Can you guys let me know once you've got some of your people built? Because I kind of want to show you how I build the build the actual like venues. I mean, not that I build anything, they're super easy to do. But anyway, you're going to have your profile, you're going to create your little person, which is fun to do. And if you can customize it at any point, so if you decide to grow a beard or dye your hair, you can actually update it. Like, it's pretty impressive actually, it's pretty neat. So this is what anyone who, if you ever to host this, anyone who ever joins or whatever, perfect. Okay, so if you stop what you're doing and kind of check out the screen, what you're gonna see is this as your kind of main page. So you're gonna have your profile, you can log out, you can quit, you can switch it to full screen, you can give them feedback, basic stuff. And then of course you can refresh to load your events. So I'm gonna build one and kind of show you how this works. So I know Allison, you doing university, this would be something that I think kids would go nuts for. You could actually have like small team meetings, so I'll kind of show you. So once you're ready to build, what you're going to do is you're going to click add an event, and this is the type of event that you want. So these are their basic things that they've created so far. So you can have big chats, which will hold different capacities of people. So if you were to actually search like conference, it will give you kind of some recommendations here, and it should give you a little image. I'm just wondering if there's just a little bit of a delay because I'm streaming on a laptop while running this, so I apologize if it is a bit slow. But normally you'll get like a little look of what it could be. So again, this is the number of people that can join. So this is like great, like the huddle is great as a teacher to go and do some little things together, little group work and lessons. You can have little office or department meetings. If you podcast, they have the podcast room, which is really neat, because you can actually just have a few people, and for the people who do podcasts and stuff, you can actually avoid the filming of stuff and just have the little avatars interact. So there's a few of us here, but I'll show kind of the larger one. So I will go to a big fireside chat, and I'm gonna say I want it more casual, we'll say. So if you kind of go, it tells you what it is that you're capable of doing. I'm assuming now when you look at it, it says this is capable of holding 220 people, but only 50. So I'm assuming this is because I haven't paid for this. There's no paid version that I wanted to buy, because I'd never need that many. And again, this is pretty neat. There's the lodge and all kinds of stuff. I really enjoy the way this looks. So I'm going to choose, let's choose fireside chat. I think that'd be pretty neat, nice and simple. So I'm going to pick that, go next. So I'm going to call this Teooh demo next. So you can schedule this, or you can have it always available and delete it later. I will go always available for now. Then it looks and you're like, hey, all of that is good, and you hit finish. So what it's going to do is it's going to create your event. It's going to give you a code. So this code here is what I am going to need you guys to join my event. So it's X, and I'll put it in the chat. I'm just writing it out here. Of course, my pen doesn't work now. There we go. X H K V R 6. So I will join it. You're going to see it's going to boot me into the actual event. And again, there might be a bit of a delay here as it does this. So here's the code, XHKVR6. So I put it in the chat. So now it's going to say open your audio settings. I am good here. So I'm going to go next. And now check this out. I am in a private green room as the host. This is actually what is being watched by the people that are at your event. This is the actual like virtual screen that kids can watch, or students or parents, or anybody, doesn't matter. In the green room you can actually check who speaks with you. So let's say I had an event organizer. So you see how you can move your arrow? So let's say I was here and there was some people sitting here. If I only wanted those people to hear me, you would set it to private within green room. If I wanted everybody to hear me, I would go to public mic. So immediately, this is a pretty neat little function, because you can take your character and you can determine who's listening to you, which is pretty great. You can hold down left click and move around. It's fully 3D, which I think is really neat. The actual like 3D layouts and stuff are pretty cool. You can scroll or zoom in. And then you'll notice at the bottom right hand corner here, you are going to see that. And I got 2 people here. How awesome is that? And you're going to see that I've got the ability to do emotes. So 1 is going to drop the hearts, 2 is going to give some clapping, 3 is going to laugh, 4 is thumbs up, 5 is thumbs down, 6 is crying, and then 0 means you have a question. And then of course you have a chat availability. So what I'm going to do, which I think is pretty neat, is I am going to move to the audience and I am going to go sit beside somebody, and that is Allison. So now Allison can hear me because my chat is on people around me, or you can make it public. So when you think about group discussions, this is a really powerful tool because it will allow you to have only certain people listen to you at certain times. So, if I was sitting over here, I wouldn't be in a position where I would want people to be listening to me, scream across the room. So I can go over here and I can chat just to the people in my proximity, which I think is a pretty neat feature. It's actually well thought out. So I can drop some hearts and be appreciative of you guys being there because it's so great, which I think is, again, pretty cool considering that this is free and we have this up and running in literally a matter of seconds. I can't hear you talking if you're talking because I'll get the feedback because I've got the stream going. So if you have anything, just pop it in the chat. Because I can see that some people are talking from time to time. Now, what's cool is as the presenter, I can move myself to the stage, and here I am as the meeting host. So these screens, if you actually click and scroll around, you can see that there's screens above, screens on the ground for me actually as the presenter, which is cool. Some screens around, so wherever it is you're looking you can see things, and there's a bunch of different seats that again you can take all over the place. So as the presenter I'll go here. So now here's kind of the really cool feature for teachers and stuff like that, is I'm on the public mic, you guys can hear me. You might be getting some echoey feedback as well just because we've got 2 sounds here going on right now, but I can actually silence everybody. I can silence the whole audience. I can invite the audience, to go network, or I can invite them to go speak or sit down to watch the presentation and things like that, which is kind of cool. And then in the little here, you can go set screen source. So I can turn the screens off. You'll see they'll turn black now. If I want to have a talk, if you had a logo, you can go set the screen source to your logo. They obviously default with their logo, so you could make it your own for any sort of presentation or whatever. Oh, that's strange, Alistair. I haven't had a crash yet. What version are you using out of curiosity? Actually, that's a good question for everybody here, just as a trial. I'm using just Windows. What are you guys using? And then as I wait for that to be answered, mostly because there's a delay in my video, I know, I can actually go to this little hamburger menu up here, and I can click it, and I can actually go to share to screens. And now where they currently are, which is kind of a bummer, is it can only be web-based, okay? So that being said, what I can do is, as long as your material exists online, so I'm just going to pull up a topic. Probably should have put this on Twitter. Yeah, Windows for me has been pretty stable too. So I can share whatever screen I want, which is really neat. So in the program, you're going to see that I have a URL box I've been hanging out here. So I'm going to go grab a link to a presentation that I have. And now I'm noticing a little bit of lag on my end, so it might not be interesting that it's crashing on the Mac. That is interesting. Good to know. I apologize that that's happening. So I'm going to slap the link in here. And now, with the link in, you are going to see that it's going to load. It's going to ask me for my credentials, which of course I will enter real quick. And then you can see I've now shared my presentation on all the screens, which is pretty cool, right? So if you actually look around, you'll see there's the screen above, the screen in the back, kind of the green room, screen above me. As a presenter, I have a screen on the ground so I can see. Now there is one noticeable downfall to this, and it's because it's still early. You have to be controlling it from this little window that you see. So the downfall is that I don't see my audience, which they're working on as far as I understand. Yes, you can pop you can pop any web URL at all. Google, links or anything like that. You can pop in videos. The downfall to videos, they said, or the creators have said, is that the downfall, perfect, and it's working good on an iPad. That's excellent. Sorry, I get a lag and stuff, so I'm just kind of reading things now. But yeah, you can pop that in. So I'll go here. I will go share to screens. So now, there it is. I can make the screen big for myself to check out, and I believe you can do the same. If you click on a screen, I believe it will magnify it. Oh look, it has simulated planes flying in the air. That's kind of cool. Really is beautiful actually when you really look at it. And then what I'm going to do then is I'm going to go here, and then I have to control my presentation here, which is a bit of a bummer, but I can go here now and do my thing. I can hear you guys talking and doing your thing as you were to go through the presentation. And then, what I've realized is, as long as you don't have animations in your slides, which I do all the time, which is to my downfall, but let's say this was what I wanted to talk about here, okay? You just go not stop sharing. So then I can talk, I can look at the audience, I can be like, give me a thumbs up if you understand. And then my audience can drop the thumbs up. Perfect, right? See, looks really good. And then all I do is you go back to the hamburger menu and you just go share to screens and you continue your presentation. Then you just click away from it off the screen here. Oh, it's not doing it for me now. There it goes. You just hit escape. And then I can look around, I can talk, I can say a hilarious joke, get you to laugh, whatever the case may be. But I just wanted to share this because it has a ton of potential in education. I really think that kids would have a huge kick out of this, because what I can do is literally you can invite kids to do all kinds of different things. So I can apply to all screens here, which is great. You can click the screen, you can get your notes material, you can interact with it as the presenter. Oops, I clicked too many. You know, you can do your thing, talk, look around, discuss, whatever the case may be. And then, of course, you can invite the audience to do all kinds of things. So that, I gotta say, that's just kind of my mini crash course. Of course, there's different venues, there's different layouts. Yeah, audience interaction and viewing is key, and that's kind of what I'm going to suggest to them. I'm going to share this little video with the company, whether they watch it or not, who knows. But I'm just going to kind of suggest that from a teaching perspective, it is a little bit easier if I could control the slides with like maybe specific keys on the keyboard in order to see my audience. But I think it's really neat that, you know, you can move from table to table, you can interact with each other, you can small group talk, you can have a microphone for everybody to listen to effectively, you can invite different presenters up, you can actually have like the private green room up here so that you know, so that you can do your different kind of things here. Oh, perfect, working with mobile, excellent, excellent. You know, so I can go to the stage, there he is over there, perfect. And then I can put my arrow over so I can see that this is Allison, this is Mike. You know, I'm gonna go sit beside Alistair over here. Hey man, how's it going? Thanks for coming. You know, so there's just I don't know what it is about this, but I feel like this has an immense amount of potential for education. And considering this has only been released a short time ago, I think that this is something that it has the opportunity to grow, and there's really going to be a lot of people who could find a lot of creative uses to this. Even think about kids who are scared to do presentations. They can now do that presentation. Oh, look at that. I see a question. Go ahead. What is your question? And you might have to put it in the chat because my microphone is turned a little bit low, but let's see here. Or are you just pushing the buttons? Oh, I see that. Maybe Mike has a question. Hello, Mike. I am. What do you think about this? What do you guys like, little first impressions of it? I know it's like an ultra crash course, but... I feel like it would be worth it in one sense though, for sure. I just feel it's one of those things that kids would go nuts for. Just kind of the ability to customize the person, to interact. Like I said, if I understand this correctly, me sitting, only the people around me can hear. So I'm not 100% certain that Alistair would be able to hear me because he would be considered a distance. And I think that Mike, you might be able to hear me, but I'm not 100%. Yeah, okay, so you can hear me. So that's because I'm also talking pretty quiet too, Alistair, just because I got my family sleeping, so for sure. Thanks for swinging by, Ed, appreciate it. I'll archive the video, so it'll be on my YouTube channel later tonight for anyone who wants to check it out. But in summation, yeah, so that's what Teooh is, I believe is how they pronounce it, Teooh. So yeah, tons of cool potential. Up here, running your presentations, interacting with groups, small interactions, and again, this is one of the venues. Don't think you can change the venue without leaving, but yeah, you can't. But of course, there's different venues for, you can have multiple presenters up here for like a group presentation and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I feel, yeah. To my understanding, do you guys have the ability to go to it? If you look into the back above where the virtual bar is, there's a little... If you put the cursor above this... So if you were to put the cursor above the seats like I just did, you can't access that, correct? Perfect. So yeah, the creator of the meeting, or I guess I could invite people, I think. Let me just check. Let's see here. Manage ticket, remove. Oh, well, look at that. Manage ticket. Oh, there you go. So as you can see here, I can set what you are for your ticket. There we go. And then, so for example, I will go to Mike, and Mike, I will manage your ticket to make you a moderator, a presenter. Let's do that. Let's see what happens. Change ticket, change ticket. Oh, Allison has asked me for permission to go onto the stage. So yeah, there you go. There's, again, things that I'm learning right now with you guys in real time. I can offer a public mic to you for questions. Wow, what is connect? Oh, request sent. So Mike, you probably got a request from me, which is kind of neat. So now I'm sitting on the stage with Allison. I gave her that permission. Mike, oh, Mike's on stage now. There he is, hanging out with us all. Pretty neat. The fact that this is free is what I find mesmerizing. So where I caught this is one of the teachers in that top 50 that I was fortunate enough to be a part of was doing a presentation, and they actually had a singer up here who was singing as kind of like an interlude to their presentations, and it just caught my attention, and she kind of shared the software. So yeah, so now Mike, I believe you should be able to go to the green room if I gave you proper, or that might only be for moderators. Let me see. Revoke stage access. So look at that. You can do all kinds of stuff. Oh, Mike's having a drink. There he is. Go back to viewing. Yeah, that is neat. Very, very cool. So now, Allison, I'm just going to test. I'm going to go revoke stage access. Yeah, check that out. So I can invite you to stage. I can block or mute you. You see Alistair has a question, so I can offer him the public mic. Wow, pretty neat. I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with this. Hello, hello. It's working for you. Well, yeah, I should be able to. So if I change your ticket, and you'll see this, I don't know if you're watching the live stream anymore, but you'll see it on the live stream if you watch it over. I'm going to change your ticket, Alistair, to a moderator. And you should be able to go to the green room now. You may not be able to. That might literally be exclusive for who makes the room, but I'm going to make you all moderators. Okay. So I've made you all moderators. So Alistair. Oh, check this out. I'm not sure, again, if you're watching me or the live stream. But I can actually go and click on a person and it will tell me where you are. So I can go to table 14 and I found you in the networking room. No, if you look on the bottom left of your screen, it should say private within table 14. Correct. Pretty cool. And then if I go to Allison, it's going to say that she's on the stage and I would join her on the stage. And then what I can do is under here, I can invite audience to networking. So now you should have received an invite into the networking room. 2 of you are already here, so it would just be kind of for Allison, I guess, so to speak. But these would be your breakout rooms. So right now, if you're listening to the live stream, you can hear me. And now table 14 can hear me because I've joined table 14. So I gotta say, that's a pretty slick feature. And then I can invite... You're invited. No, I don't want to do that. Audience. I want to invite you to the audience. So after that, I can. Oh, look at that. Allison's sitting on the side. I'm the creep that's just beside the one person in the room. Awkwardly, I'll sit on this side of you now. Pretty neat. So yeah, I'll run a super quick little refresher for people. Go to my main stream. So I'll go to my screen and I will go to my oh, I guess I could have did this the whole time. Still learning. Anyway, pretty neat little function, I gotta say. His mic thumbs up for everyone. He's stuck on thumbs up on my mobile app. I don't even know where. Oh, Mike is. Mike dropped a couple thumbs up there for us. But yeah, I don't want to take any more people's times. I know Allison, you're out east, so it's late. I know Alistair is still in the networking room. I will invite Alistair. What a cool program. So anyway, when I saw this, I knew I had to share it with teachers. So you go to, I'm going to go back on my main stream here. So I am going to quit the event and this should kick you out. Of course, unlikely. And then I'll go to my main stream. So I gotta say, that is a pretty cool little program with a lot of capability for education, a lot of really neat features. And I think just not wanting to waste everybody's time, I think that's pretty much all that I'll be doing for today. So a quick sum up, for anyone who watches this after, you would be going to teooh.com, you would be creating your avatar, and then you would be creating your event, or you would be joining an event via a join code, and then the creator of the room has the ability in which to moderate the discussion and move people around, run different things. So if you were watching on the actual live stream, you would have seen the different ways that I was doing things. So again, quick summation, there's 2 menus. There's a gear menu and there is a hamburger menu in the top left and the top right, and those have the different things: setting screens, silencing your audience, updating event details, changing all kinds of stuff like that. It all works, and it's a pretty neat little thing, I gotta say. So I will end the stream there today. I just want to say thanks to you guys for coming out. I hope you found it useful. I will be uploading this to my YouTube channel with links and what to do in the description, and then feel free to share this with people to show them. I think this is a pretty powerful tool that we can use, especially in the virtual world, whether it is virtually as staff meetings, as individual group meetings, as I'm going to try parent-teacher interviews like this.